Anthony Van Dyck was a child prodigy who honed his skills in the workshop of Peter Paul Rubens and went on to become a Baroque superstar in his own right. Let's have a look at the life of this amazing Antwerp artist. Anthony Van Dyck was born in 1599 in Antwerp, in a house close to the Grote Markt, the central square of Antwerp, situated in the heart of the old city quarter. His father, Frans van Dyck, was a wealthy silk merchant. Anthony was a child prodigy who painted from an early age. He managed to establish himself as an independent artist by the time he was about 16. At that time, he started working as an assistant in Peter Paul Rubens's studio as well. Rubens, who was the leading painter of the day, became a major influence on his work. In 1621, he traveled to Italy, where he remained for 6 years to study the Italian masters. He was profoundly influenced by the work of Titian. During his stay in Italy, he started a successful career as a portrait artist. Back in Antwerp, he became the court painter of the Habsburg governor of Flanders, the Archduchess Isabella. In 1632, Anthony Van Dyck arrived in London, where King Charles I took him under his wing and knighted him shortly after his arrival. He made a large number of paintings of the royal family and of several courtiers. In England, he developed a version of his style, which combined a relaxed elegance and ease with an understated authority in his subjects, which was to dominate English portrait painting to the end of the 18th century. Anthony Van Dyck died in 1641 at the age of 42 in London and was buried in St. Paul's Cathedral. His tomb was destroyed in the Great Fire of London in 1666. Anthony Van Dyck's influence extends into the modern period. The Van Dyck beard, a sharply pointed and trimmed goatee, is named after him. Van Dyck brown is a dark brown pigment named after the painter who used it in many of his paintings. And in the center of Antwerp, on the Meer, a statue commemorates one of the greatest painters the city has ever known and whose legacy had a great impact on the British painting tradition. Portraiture would never be the same again.